Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Today we are at Kirch Appliance, where later on we'll get to meet some of the folks that work here and learn what they have in store for you. Right now though, we're meeting some folks from Tellurian and Chandra's House of Hope. With me I have Kevin Florick, he's the president and CEO, and Denny Hill. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And Denny, you worked with Tellurian to open a really special place. This is a place here in Madison for women suffering from addiction. And I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, last July, Kevin and I met at a local coffee shop and started to share ideas about this battle that we fight with heroin addiction and mental illness. And we started brainstorming. And lo and behold, we came up with an idea about a sober living home here in Madison to service our wounded and injured young women. And I can proudly say that that house is full with 5 young women today as we speak here today. And the house has been named after my daughter, who I tragically lost several years ago to a heroin addiction and a untreated mental health diagnosis.
Wow.
Big undertaking. Congratulations. I'm sorry on the loss of your daughter. It sounds like it's moving forward and helping other women though too.
Yeah. And Kevin, Tellurian has been around for a very long time. 7,000 people are helped every year. Why is opening Chandra's house so important right now? Well, as you can imagine, Tellurian's got a lot of services, obviously, if we're serving over 7,000 people. But we're meeting with Mr. Hill. We talked and brainstormed what's a gap for people in treatment. And one of the big gaps is, especially for women who they come to Tellurian for 30 days and they meet with the psychiatrists and they meet with the addiction team and they get on medications that they need and things are going really good for 30 days or so. And then they go back to their living environment. And a lot of times that living environment, as you can imagine, is not a healthy one and it's not conducive to staying sober. Right. And a lot of times that living environment might even be a homeless shelter or the streets. So what we decided to do was let's get a house for women that after they leave Tellurian's treatment can go somewhere that's safe and sober and have some services. We can help them with case management and get them jobs and really make them productive members of society. And we're really proud because this is a level of care that has been 100% donated by people in the community. Insurance companies don't pay for this. It's all been on the community saying, hey, this really makes sense. So, yeah.
So Denny, your daughter fought the heroin addiction for about 10 years. How do you think this home, like Chandra's house, would have helped her?
Oh, tremendously. It's exactly what she needed. She truly was a victim of a broken system. I went through that agony with her day by day, month by month. And what was lacking was a coordination and safety and guidance in her journey back to healing, and that never happened for Chandra. So there's a lot of things that are in the house right now that are so very, very important. We have mentors coming into the house to surround the women and give them guidance and support. We have outside resources to come in, life coaching, if you will, services that come in. We have job coaching services that come into the house that help our women get back up on their feet again and become productive members of society. Chandra didn't have any of those services. She didn't have any of that support. She just had her family trying to do the best they could under the circumstances, and the circumstances were quite broken.
Yeah, I would say so. And Kevin, what's really unique about Chandra's house is that, or Tellurian I should say, is that patients receive both psychiatric or psychological and medical treatment at the same time. Why is that so important? Well, over 85% of people who have addiction issues also have mental health issues. So we have found that we have much better outcomes if we have both the psychiatry piece taken care of and the addiction piece taken care of simultaneously. And it really helps people in the recovery process. Yeah. Good stuff.
And it sounds like that the residents that continue to live in the house is just so critical to their recovery. How can people learn more about Tellurian and Chandra's House of Hope?
You can go to Tellurian.org and
You can click on, there's a link there for Chandra's house. There's all the links for Tellurian's programs on the website, and people in our community, if they need help, and they can call Tellurian at 222-7311 also, and get somebody to talk to help them through their process.
Lots of great information on your website.
Yes, and I might add that I've started a movement in my daughter's memory called Journey for Chandra, raising awareness to affect change. We have a Facebook page, and everybody that's interested can go to @Journey for Chandra Facebook page to see the kind of work that we're doing. And again, contribute to our house because there's postings there on the Facebook page.
Love this. Thank you so much for all this great information, making recovery a reality for people. Love that.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have more Wisconsin Family coming right after this break.